Josh, do you feel like you're bowling as well as you ever have with the white ball?
Yeah, I feel like I'm bowling pretty well. I think some of the wickets have been helpful as well. We've won some good tosses, probably in particular somewhere like Adelaide. The wickets probably, it's been early season. We often play these games, late January after the Test series in years gone by. So I think now they're earlier. The wickets have got a little bit more in them, and we've seen lower scores from time to time. So that's probably helpful as well. But yeah, the ball's coming out really nice. Feel like I'm hitting a good length for white ball cricket. And again tonight, just kept it pretty simple, to be honest.
Are you surprised by some of their tactics, like Sharma not facing as many balls, strike considering how well he was playing?
I think we did a pretty good job while he was still batting with batsmen to keep him off the strike as well. Yes, he probably could have taken a couple more balls towards the end there, but it's not like a ground where you can just hog the strike and hit fours and sixes. It's quite a big ground, so you sort of got to try and pinch those twos as well from time to time. And I think our fielding group were on the ball as well in that regard, and keeping it to ones and threes and trying to stop boundaries when Sharma was on strike. So little things like that add up, and he still played a pretty good knock in the end.
Josh, two questions. One, you bowled 45% of your deliveries on the shorter zone. Was it a conscious plan against the Indian batters to exploit those harder lengths? And number two, what makes Abhishek Sharma bowling against him such a difficult task with the way he's batting at this moment, number one ICC T20 batter? So bowling against Abhishek Sharma and those shorter deliveries.
Yeah, I think Melbourne probably lends itself to hitting that hard length, so to speak, at 6 to 8 metres and even shorter, just with the dimensions of the ground. It's big square, it's short straight, so you sort of feel a bit more comfortable, I guess, hitting that area. And if they step away and hit you back over your head off that length for 4 or 6, then so be it. But you're sort of giving yourself the best chance with the dimensions, bowling that hard length, and that's probably where, not the safe zone is, but for T20, it's, you feel a bit more comfortable there. It's a hard length to hit if you get good bounce, which is what we had tonight. We've had in the one days as well. So, and Abhishek's I think he's obviously a very talented young player, and we're probably learning every time we bowl to him. I think we had a few learnings again tonight, which we'll chat about again in the next few days. But yeah, he's a quality player, and India just keep producing. So it's it's always tough. It's always a good challenge.
Just a quick follow-up, if I can. Yeah. So you said you're trying to read Abhishek Sharma as he plays more and more international cricket, and of course the IPL as well. Do you think the teams will figure out how to bowl as his career grows going forward?
I think that's just that's how it works generally. Yeah, people come on the scene, they do really well. Bowlers probably work them out, and then it's whether they fight through that and fight back and expand their game, I guess, and come out the other side and dominate for 10 years. That's probably how careers tend to go as a batsman. He's probably in that stage at the moment where teams are trying to figure him out, and it might take 6 months, it might take a couple of years, we'll see.
Josh, there is a general perception, especially in T20 cricket, to be a successful fast bowler, either you have an unusual action like Jasprit Bumrah, or maybe quality speed like Jofra, but you are setting a different template, 135, 40, and then mighty effective. Is this something you are showing to the other bowlers who might be lacking pace or something, that the versatility, the skill, that is equally as important in this format of the game?
Yeah, I think my skill set has grown the last few years just through playing, just through experiences, put in different positions. I think my role if I go back to IPL with RCB, my role was quite a lot different. I'd sometimes bowl, overs 4, 6, 18, 20, quite a number of the games. And in this team with, probably some really good death bowlers like Nathan Ellis around, then I'm bowling sort of more up front. I'm bowling 3 in the power play, sometimes 4 straight, as I did in New Zealand and here. So I think you just got to adapt to what's in front of you and the conditions and the team you're playing against. There's certainly games when I feel like I'm defending every ball, and then there's games like tonight where you're probably the main attack bowler on that sort of wicket, which suits me. Just hitting hard length, keeping it simple. So, but there's definitely games in IPL where I'm bowling, upwards of 12 Yorkers, and I'm bowling changes of pace, and I'm bowling harder overs. So it's good to keep putting yourself in different situations and keep learning.
Josh, well tonight. How much confidence now that you're turning your attention to red ball do you have that you can get through a massive summer with the body?
Yeah, it feels in a good place. I mean, the intensity is obviously right up there. Now it's probably just getting a bit of volume in the legs with the Shield game next week. Everything feels in a good place, doing a lot of things off the field well, doing things on the field well. So it's yeah, I couldn't be happier with how it's coming.
Must you think you're benefiting from not having a massive deload period and playing all the way through the winter? And what does the next sort of week look like for you?
Yeah, I think if everything's going swimmingly now, I think you can't really say if it's worked perfectly until probably after the summer. If I get through everything, it's probably the template moving forward to put myself in the best position to play as many games as possible. Still resting the odd one here and there if it doesn't sort of match up with travel or turnarounds and stuff like that. But the next week's just probably get in the gym a couple of times. Don't really need to bowl a hell of a lot. Probably later in the week with the Shield game starting Monday week at home. So yeah, be sort of a little bit delayed the next few days and then go again. So things are good.
Josh, just over the course of the summer, how important is an all-rounder for the load that you guys have, just with Greeny back bowling and sort of Bo's back playing as well? How important is that in terms of the balance of the team?
First player picked all-rounder. I think, going back to those 20-odd test matches we played with no all-rounder, they were hard yards. So if he can be in the team, be bowling, Greeny's obviously outstanding player. Bo's done great for us whenever he's played. More the merrier, I say. They can bowl as much as they want.
And just Pat, obviously back bowling this week. Have you been in touch with him at all? And how's he going?
I saw him last week. Yeah, he was obviously pretty close to a bowl then, and I think he had one the other day. I'll probably run into him during the week at some stage back in Sydney. He seems pretty optimistic. Everything's going according to the plan at the moment, so things are good.
Josh, I know you've been in white ball mode, but like the actual stuff, hearing stuff from England about potentially an ageing test attack from Australia, does that kind of get your blood going a little bit? And what are you thinking about test cricket this summer?
No, I think experience is good. Been around a while now. I think you learn as you go. I don't know. I think, Anderson and Broad played for a long time. I'm not saying I'm going to be around that long, but body feels as good as it ever does. It probably has done the last 5 or 6 years whenever I'm up and going. And I don't know, probably gym programs and things are more tailor-made to the individual now and more specific. So, for longevity, it's always improving. It's not going to get worse. So all the little things add up, and hopefully we keep ticking those off through the summer and stay on the park.
Great. Thanks, Rob. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.